Welcome back, everybody, to episode 5 of Art Bros Talk. And today we're going to be talking about the Call to Action contest again, because it's over now. If you're watching this, it's probably like the 6th
October?
No, we're posting it tomorrow, so 4th.
Yes.
And yeah, the contest finished 3-4 days ago. And yeah, first things first, I lost. So, that's that. And I do have to disclaim that everything I'm saying here, it's not because I'm being salty about losing. I actually knew I hadn't won anything because I heard from another webtoon canvas creator that usually the winners of these contests are contacted way before the announcement, which is kind of crappy that they didn't say, because that basically means that the winners are set and whoever doesn't get notified is just waiting and just wrecking their brains and nerves without knowing that it's already.
Hold on to that thought for a second. The winners are gonna be previously announced. They know who's gonna win. Hold on to that.
But yes, everything I'm saying here does not come from a place of sourness or bitterness. I'm not angry about it because I had plenty of time to come to terms with not losing. I had plenty of time to come to terms with not winning.
I am bitter.
I was just very nervous because Webtoon has a bad track record with some of their decisions during these contests and some of the ways in which they handle some things.
They're judging.
Yeah, I just was hoping that they wouldn't do something to make me angry. And they somewhat did. We're gonna be talking mainly. Let me just check my notes here. I want to talk about how it doesn't seem like they followed the parameters they set. It doesn't seem like the way they said that they were gonna judge the entries. It doesn't seem to have made any sense to me. Anything you want to say before I get into that?
It's like they were vague on purpose.
I mean, I would say that if I hadn't felt like they were pretty straightforward. I mean, now in retrospective, it does seem vague. I mean, saying that you're going to measure people on their popularity is pretty vague. Which in a contest like that, I can only really assume that would mean amount of likes. But they had their popularity algorithm. People are still trying to figure out how that thing works. But basically, their point system makes no sense. Now that we know who won, and all their up and runner-ups and honorable mentions, the system they said they were going to use just was either a lie or just makes no sense.
Yes, because they actually made a big point on insisting on only one entry will be judged. They kept saying that. They didn't say anything. They wrote big letters, only one entry will be judged. Anything after that will not be considered. And you can actually see in the results that some of the honorary mentions are just there because they inflated their numbers by posting a lot.
Yeah, which was one of the things I was very worried about, was because there was this ongoing thing of people pretty much spamming to keep their popularity up, keeping on the first pages of what was newest and inflating their number of likes they had by having a low number of likes on a ton of episodes. That was the thing I was very worried about.
And it actually did happen.
It didn't exactly happen. It happened.
Well,
but
one guy got an honorary mention.
Yeah, they didn't actually win. Like, people that did this didn't actually win anything, but they were recognized
By the
for
way,
doing it, which does it does poke me in a bad way.
yeah, because Skylar not only didn't win anything from one of the 10 prizes, it didn't even get a mention as one of the series that got the most likes in a single episode. Skylark in one episode got 3,000 likes against series that had 100 likes but posted 50 episodes.
It was not just that. I was surprised that very few people that followed the rules to the T and were getting immense numbers didn't even make it to honorable mentions either. There were people far above me in every way. They had more subscribers than me in their entry. They had more views. They had more likes. Their artwork was pretty up there. Was pretty spot on. They had a compelling narrative. They had everything going for them. And number-wise, they were destroying it. And they didn't even get a mention. They didn't get a runner-up. It baffled me. Because and here's the here are the facts. If, like they said, they were judging 40 out of 100 points on popularity alone, and they were putting a particular weight on it, as some judges do, even if things are point-based, they will put more weight into certain points than others. Even if it was like that, and you got full points on popularity, if you were top 5, those people still didn't make it.
Not even to honorary mentions.
Which
not
makes
even to runner-ups.
No sense. Not even to runner-ups.
Yes.
And if they were looking for full points on everything else, those people were not. A lot of those people were not there either. I am not saying that the people who won, and I want to be very clear.
Don't get me started on the winners.
I do not want to say that the people who won did a bad job.
No,
not at all. They are very good-looking comics with decent action scenes,
decent story, everything.
Decent
works.
story, everything they did is fine. But up against 3,600 people, they were not the best.
Yes, because we haven't mentioned the first prize, the great winner, had 150 likes. Only 150 likes when they were announced as winners. If you check right now, you're gonna see those numbers inflated, because obviously everyone went to check who won and clicked on the winner and gave them a like because they won. Now you're gonna see that the winner is maybe 6.
No, they're at 3,600 something likes right now.
You're gonna see it at 5 when we post this video. But when we watched the announcement, half an hour into the contest being announced as done, they had 150 likes, the first place. If you judge 40% based in popularity, that makes no sense.
If you're judging 40 points on popularity, and like they said, the action, the story, most of those things getting between 10 to 30 points, by the numbers and logic, the Exorcist bracelet should have won. It consistently stood at the top of the list ever since it was posted. It consistently stood there without posting additional chapters until much later, when it apparently turned into the meta. And the artwork was perfect. I do have some criticisms about some of the choreography and stuff, but that's a personal judgment, which
The fight
It would've-
itself.
it would have still gotten a fair amount of points in every criteria and been at the top of popularity. This should have won. If they were measuring the way they said they were, this would have won. If they were putting more weight into the artwork, into originality, or any, if the focus was more visual, I think Kaiju Heart should have won. If apparently they are not taking into account the popularity, because
Kaiju Heart should have won.
because most of the people who won were around 100 to 200 to 300 likes.
Yeah, nobody of the 1 to 3rd place went past 500 likes.
Yeah, in that case, Kaiju Heart was more than eligible to win. And it should have gotten at least a mention. Because the
Also-
artwork is just, in my opinion, amazing.
The Exorcist bracelet, it's an ongoing series, right?
I think so. They do have it listed as their own series, but I don't know how many. I can actually check how many.
You guys know that
episodes.
SKYLARK, it's an ongoing series. We have like over 100 episodes. We keep going. The winners don't have series.
Yeah, they have 21 episodes so far on the Exorcist bracelet.
Yeah, okay. That's episodes. None of the winners had series. None of the creators had followers.
Most of them. Some of them did. There were a couple of winners or mentions that were like I said, up there in popularity, up there in artwork and such. But we're talking about a couple out of the people that really should have been up there. Like Warbread, amazing artwork, just intricate as all hell, amazing action. And if apparently the popularity numbers don't matter, why was it not up there? Like, there's so many people. I'm basically just trying to say that it doesn't feel like they followed their own rules. How are you going to put almost half of the judging weight in your numbers and only pick people that are on the lowest bracket? Even if their artwork and their story and everything else was top tier,
What happened with your judging principles?
it doesn't mathematically make any sense the way they judged this.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
SKYLARK will keep going strong, contest or no contest. But like, to work with a platform that suddenly does things this strangely, and I'm not even going full conspiracy theory. Like, if you guys want to talk, we can let it rip in Discord, and you'll know what we think just of how things went. Because I don't think it would be like, what's the word, prudent, cautious, smart.
Yeah, I guess.
It wouldn't be smart for us to discuss what we think actually went down with this contest. But most people can agree it really doesn't make sense.
No. I'm like I said, I'm totally fine with not winning anything.
SKYLARK's still going strong,
But
we have
you
guys. You guys love the series. Why would we need more than that?
I genuinely, and he's right, I appreciate every single reader, and I love all of them, and I don't need more than my own readers. I don't need an event to happen for
Winning
me
this
to.
contest would only have made SKYLARK easy to manage our lives, let's say, economically.
I'm just disappointed because I don't feel like this contest was genuine. I don't feel like the decisions were genuine. I feel like a lot of people were robbed in this. A lot of people that I was already expecting would win, just completely robbed.
So much people work so hard to not get a fair judgment.
And,
that is wrong.
And I feel like they've done this shit enough times.
With all the previous contests?
With previous contests, with tons of things. Even with that thing that happened just not too long ago of
that advertisement?
mistakenly referring to comic books in general as a hustle. I don't think this company deserves its creators. They don't. I don't feel like they are showing that they deserve the amount of effort some people put into the work they do for this platform.
I think we're running out of time.
Yeah.
We'll leave it here in a sad note.
Yeah. Well, again, if you want to talk about this, if you want to insult me, or if you want to agree with me, you can reach out in any social media. Be careful, because the Rachel links will drop on you.
We have an angry army.
I cannot control them.
Some of them are trained in martial arts. They're very dangerous people.
Yes. This is not a threat, but watch out. Careful.
We cannot control what the angry people do.
I cannot control what rage does to people. Yeah. Have a good one. Thank you all again so much for hanging out, keeping us company, and all that stuff. I really do appreciate it. Special thanks to all my beautiful, delightful patrons. You guys are the best. And thank you so much to all the readers and watchers and listeners.
Also, thanks to everyone who supported SKYLARK in the contest.
Yes.
Like, SKYLARK did so amazingly in that contest, popularity-wise. It's like, when we watched the popularity, the likes, like, people were loving SKYLARK.
Was delightful.
It was up there.
And we got a couple new people just from being there, which was also very nice.
Also, next week, it won't be so gloomy. Let's talk about some fun stuff. We are preparing surprises.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And also, hopefully, an update on SKYLARK.
Yes. Some stuff has to change.
Yes.
Because of what we talked about here. So,
yes,
we'll touch on that at a later date.
See you next week.
Bye.